Hello, this is Paul Nelson with Western Sport Floors, Wyoming Wood Floors, coming to you today from Clinton, Montana. Wanted to talk about gym floor nailing, how to nail up or how we nail up the gymnasium floor. I understand there's many right ways of doing every job. This is just our way, but I wanted to go through and explain why it is that we do what we do. Obviously, I think like virtually everybody else in the world, we start in the middle of a photo here of an aluminum strip that we put down along a line that's been snapped between the two baskets. We work out in both directions. I think that's pretty typical. The real secret to our method of nailing is this Primatech 250R. It's got a set of rollers on it that spins really well. Amazingly, this nailer, in my opinion, the best nailer in the world, developed by a company called Primatech out of Quebec, Canada. So I don't know what a bunch of hockey playing Frenchmen have to do that, or how they came to develop the best nailer in the world, in my opinion. But this nailer nails concisely, accurately, and it rolls along the floor flawlessly, has been our experience with this nailer. So now I want to go to this actual video clip itself that I want to play for you. And this is pretty typical of the way we nail floors. Now this may change. A year from now we might do it differently. We're always looking for ways to expedite the processes that we do. We have one nailer, and you'll see this guy coming along. He's nailing very consistently and precisely. He's putting two nails in each one of these panels, maintaining a 9 to 10 inch spacing as he comes along. Once in a while you'll see, as a board isn't setting right, that he'll take a deeper, harder stroke with that hammer, but generally he's taking a pretty even stroke all the way up along. The next guy in line is the guy that we call the racker. He's setting the boards. Now this is Robbins XL Maple, so each one of these boards is about 7.5 feet long. And you see the racker coming along now, and he's setting these boards. And then got the setter coming behind him, and he's just hammering them in. The racker sets every board, and the setter pounds them home. Now I specifically want to call your attention to this when they get toward the end here. The setter, he's going to get up and he's going to go start the next row, because the nailer has already started nailing this row. Now my racker here gets a strap caught under that board. I think the camera was bothering him a little bit. But notice how he even takes that end cut off. He's going to fumble this just a little bit here, but he's going to get that strap pulled out of there. Get that board reset. He's going to get his cutoff board reset. Now he's going to pick up that board. He's going to take that down to the other end, and that becomes a starter board for the next row. This is the way we do it. This has been very successful with us. In my opinion, the typical way it's done is that you have 3 or 4 or 5 guys on a line, and they are all nailing anywhere between 20 and 30 feet. My observation of that is every nailer has a slightly different swing with that hammer. What happens after a while is that line tends to get waves in it. By having one nailer go the whole length, although it's more walking for the guys, and I recognize that. This is a lot of walking. Everybody's got to go the full 100 or 140 feet, however long your gym is. We have found that even moving across a very large gym, we can keep that line very, very straight. We do take a string line from time to time and make sure we don't have a weave in our line, and if we do, we stop and take the time to straighten that out with washers, or actually cutting boards if we have to. But our goal here is not necessarily to be the fastest gym floor nailers on earth, but to really strive to do a good job, keep these rows straight all the way across that gym. In this instance, they're working behind a bank of bleachers, but they're still trying to keep those rows absolutely straight, come up to that wall, and not have a situation where you have to cut a bunch of boards in triangle shapes because the lines aren't straight. So I'm not saying this is the only way that this can be done, but this has been very effective for us, and we've been allowed to do this because of the Primatech nailer, because of how well that nailer works. We've developed this system. Anyway, this is what we're doing, and that's why. For Western Sport Floors and Wyoming Wood Floors, this is Paul Nelson. You make it a great day.